Does your business feel stuck? Hi, I'm Brian Pombo. Welcome back to Brian J. Pombo Live. I'm going to talk about 3 questions that if you answer them, it might be able to get you out of that situation. Brian J. Pombo Live is always brought to you by brianjpombo.com, especially the Amazon Proof Strategy Session. If you're looking to overcome the competition that you're up against on a daily basis, if you're taking them home with you and having a tough time sleeping because of them, then you need to make your business Amazon proof. What's Amazon proof mean? It basically means that you are completely free of competition. Even if that competition's Amazon.com, they do not stand a chance against you. You want to check out the Amazon Proof Strategy Session. That's at brianjpombo.com/Amazon. That link is in the description in case you forget. So let's talk about 3 questions that you should be asking yourself if your business feels stuck, if you just have a tough time getting over the hump. And this isn't, I'm not specifically talking about businesses. If you're new business, it's always tough getting the momentum going. Okay, until you have a steady stream of customers, until you have regular customers, it's going to be tough. I'm not talking about, this is not necessarily questions for you. I'm more gearing these questions towards people that have already had a thriving business, but just feel stuck. You can't quite get over the hump or to be able to double or triple your income. And there's only 3, the reason why there's 3 questions, there's only 3 ways to be able to increase your income once you have it flowing. So this is what these questions play to. I've got my other old iPhone here that I use kind of as a notepad, and we've got, here's the first question. This is the first question you should be asking yourself, okay? What would you have to offer your customers, your current customers, that would get them to pay more? So for all the things that you're currently offering, how can you raise your prices? In the very basic idea, what would you have to throw in there to be able to raise your prices? Or how would you have to explain it? Or what would you basically need to add to get your current flow of customers paying more? That's the first question. That's a big question. That alone should be able to set you down. You could turn this off and walk away and just thinking about that one thing. Getting anybody in your business together that is good at brainstorming and just tossing this question out there. That can make the biggest difference in the world to your business if you're able to come up with the right answers, or at least have some answers that you could test out, right? Just getting them out there. So that's the first question. There's the second question. What would you have to add that would cause your customers to pay more often? So do you have any type of continuity built into your business, meaning things that people don't just pay for once, they can pay for over and over and over again? Any type of subscription, any type of membership? Is there anything like that tied in? And what would you have to add? What would you have to add so that people would pay more often, so that they'd come through, purchase more from you on a more regular basis? How do you increase that type of consumption when it comes to time? Okay, that's the second question. The third question is this one. How much would you pay per new customer? If you met somebody that could provide you customers, they say, hey, I know the type of customer you're looking for. And even if I don't, I want you to explain them to me, because I think I have your customers. I think I can give you as many customers as you want. Okay, if someone could actually do that for you, how much would you, as a business owner, as an executive of the business, how much would you be willing to pay per customer? If you don't know that number right now, then of course there's different types of customers, but you should know the type. For this type of customer, I'd pay this much. For that type of customer, I'd pay that much. There's different profitability for each customer. But you got to ask yourself, how much? What is that number? What would you be willing to pay? With that concept, with that idea, then you can take that number and get that in front of your marketing team. If you don't have a marketing team, you want to get somebody that understands advertising, that can understand how to put these things into play so that you can turn that number into customers. Because there's a way. There's always a way to do it. But if you don't know that number, there's no way to know. And it's always going to be too costly to pay for advertising and marketing and all the things that you know you're supposed to do, but it's just too tough to do. Find out that number first. You find that out, you can back engineer the rest of it. So those three questions come from Jay Abraham's concept. Jay Abraham's a famous marketing guy. His concept of 3 different ways to be able to increase the income in a business. And that's by having people buy more often, having people spend more per transaction, and having new customers. Most of the time when we look at increasing income into the business, we think of new customers, new customers, new customers. This is a very common thing. Most business owners think like that way. So don't get stressed out if you think that way. But if you could think of, okay, how do I get my current customers to be more, basically more happy? How do I give more happiness to my customers so they spend with me more often and they spend more money? Trust me, there's more there. They'll leave more with you if you can provide them more, or you can give them the concept that they're getting more value from what you're providing. Hopefully those ideas help you, because really you're not going to find another way to be able to increase your income other than those 3 ways. And those 3 questions are a great start to that. We'll be back here tomorrow with another tip. Sometimes these tips have to do with principles, sometimes they have to do with long-term strategies, and sometimes they just have to do with hardcore tactics. Either way, we'll be back here tomorrow and we'll have another one for you. Go check out other episodes at brianjpombo.com. We'll be here back tomorrow. Have a good one and get out there and let the magic happen.